Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Rally Bible Study. I'm so glad to have you here. This is going to be a great time of growing together with God and with each other if you're doing this as a group study. So, Rally, when we think about personal growth, there's three different types of personal growth that God gives us. The first one is instant transformation. A lot of times this happens when we become a Christian. We've all heard stories of the drug addict who became a Christian and all of a sudden they're not interested in drugs anymore. Or the alcoholic who became a Christian and they don't have any sort of desire for alcohol anymore. Okay, that's instant transformation, and that's an incredible blessing when God gives it to us. But He doesn't always give us instant transformation. The other two types of growth are more of a step-by-step process, okay? The first of those two methods is the goal-oriented approach. So we might say, I want to work on my pride, or I want to work on self-control. I'm going to try and lose weight. Or I want to work on my communication skills, okay? We make a goal, we make a plan to reach that goal, okay? I talk about that type of growth in Renewing of the Mind Project. The last type of growth is a trial-oriented method. And that's what we're going to be talking about in the Rally Bible Study. And in this type of growth, we're going through a trial. It might be a big trial, or it might just be like little daily struggles. And God uses those trials to help us grow. Okay, we can read about this type of growth in the Bible in James 1, 2-4. Let me read for you. Count it all joy, my brothers, when you meet trials of various kinds. For you know that the testing of your faith produces steadfastness. And let steadfastness have its full effect, that you may be perfect and complete, lacking in nothing. Okay? So James tells us to count it all joy when we go through trials, because God will use those trials in our lives to help us grow, to make us perfect and complete, lacking in nothing. Now, we read this passage in the Bible and other passages like it, and we sometimes get the idea that trials automatically make us grow. So just the very act of going through a trial will make us grow. Okay, this isn't true. Okay, trials have the potential to bring us closer to God, but they also have the potential to take us away from God. And we've probably all known people who have gone away from God because of a trial in our lives, and maybe we've experienced that ourselves. Okay, trials can make us more like God, or they can make us less like God, right? They can help us develop the fruit of the Spirit in our lives, love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, etc. Or they can lead to negative emotions like bitterness and anger and discontentment and insecurity. So we all want to handle our trials in a way that will help us grow closer to God and more like Him and more full of the fruit of the Spirit. That's what we're going to be doing in the Rally Bible Study. We're going to go through whatever trials we're going through right now in our current life, and we're going to work through those trials with God in a way that will help us grow. Okay, now you might say, but I don't really have any trials in my life. Nothing bad is happening right now. Okay, that's okay, because God can use even those little things that happen to us each day to help us grow. So it's not so much the size of the trial, it's how we deal with the trial. Okay, so let's say you woke up today, somebody said something to hurt your feelings, you got annoyed with somebody, you're stressed out because of all that you have to do. Okay, all those things are like tiny little trials, but they can help us grow. So in this Bible study, you can go ahead and work through whatever comes up each day. This is a practical hands-on book, so you'll be going through your trials and working through them with God as you do the study. Or you can take one trial that's going on in your life, a hard trial, and work through that as you go through the book. So if you're having a relationship problem that you're struggling through, this would be a great Bible study to work through that relationship problem. Or if you're like a person who really struggles with worry or insecurity, you could use the Bible study to work through that sort of thing. So there's lots of situations you could use this study for, and I'll be including examples of different situations in this study. Now, I didn't include like serious trials in the study just because I wanted to include examples that everybody could relate to. And depending on the really bad trial, not everybody relates to those trials. But I think you'll be able to use the examples to relate it to whatever trial you're going through. And I'm also going to include some examples at barbradling.com/rally. So you can look for some other examples of people rallying. Okay, that's about it. I'm really excited about this study. I think it'll be a great way for you to grow closer to God, a great way to work through your problems with God and kind of develop that habit of going to God for help with life. And just a fun way to share in a group if you do this as a group study, or you can also do it as an individual study just with God alone. Okay, if you want some other resources to help with the study, check out barbrowling.com/rally and enjoy the study.